Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm back on the test server. We're able to take a look at this new content, the new city of SINTRANOS. It should be dropping for all of us today, the day this video goes out. I'm recording 1 day in advance. We've got the snowy, Christmassy feel back to the Bastion. We've got the snowball fight going on between two lovers across the path, and we are ready. So yeah, we're on the new kind of like test server. There's not much else going on to show you, honestly, other than I could give you a quick sneak peek of Carnage in game. He's not working quite right yet on the test server. They fixed him apparently for the main game, but for the test server he's busted, which means I can't do like a showcase video. As soon as I can, I will. But yeah, a little look to his stats. He does have massive base attack, 1476, and we need him to absolutely smack on his second form for him to be really viable. Also got some pretty decent speed here, 100. When he flips, his base attack goes up to 1960, which is absolutely insane. So providing he's got some half decent multipliers, he's going to be doing a ton of work. I'm interested to see him once I can actually give him a go. Just taking a quick look at his forms close up as well, because we couldn't really do that in the video. Check this out. Check out the detail. Some of this. I love the kind of like runic lettering on his arms. It looks super cool. So I'm excited to test him out, give people a bit of a run through, see what he's all about. But let's jump into the new content. So the city of SINTRANOS gets its own kind of area here, the Cursed City on the right-hand side. We can go in, and then we kind of get, the kind of like vibe of what's going on. Now, on the test server, for me, this is actually the worst thing about the test server. And I know that it's also a blessing, but it's also a curse. Like, I would love to be just going through stage 1 to 10, like fight out the first boss, show you that as I do it. And obviously, then eventually we get to the big bad, right? But the big bad for me is already unlocked, which means there's already, as of probably right this second, I bet there's 20 videos already which go out that say, this is how you beat Amius. And it's just like, for me, that's not great fun. Like, to just sit here on the test server and try and find free comps day one before anyone could even get to it is not much fun. So, so I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. we're going to go through what I can see for now, and you can kind of take a look. But I guess let me know down below. Would you rather I did videos as I get to some of these kind of like duo bosses, show you the way I'm tackling it, almost like show you my thought process of, okay, these are the teams I'm going to try, this is how I'm going to take it on? Or would you rather it was just like slap dash, let's get some videos out, seeing this guy getting killed with various teams so that you can do a bit of pre-prep before you get there? What would you prefer? Because obviously I'm making videos for you guys, not for me. Let me know in the comments down below. So what we can see, though, is each stage is pretty clearly marked. You've got like a basic stage. If I flip into normal here, basic stage you go into, you can see the enemies. This is going to be pretty much, I guess, yeah, I mean, the levels are kind of like a lower level Doom Tower sort of thing. There are conditions to meet, even in normal. I don't know if this is going to stick, honestly. I thought they said conditions for normal would not be as harsh. Maybe... Are these the ones that are available? Yeah, these are the factions that are available. So already, like, for the first level, I guess you've got, you've got like Dark Elves here, but that makes quite a big restriction, like, to people's roster. Not so much whether it's hard to do or not. It's just whether people have got champions built out with these different factions on normal. Feels like that's pretty harsh to me for normal, like the early bit. I would have thought no conditions for the early stages, and then it gets harder as you kind of work your way across. But yeah, anyway, you see the red ones here. This means that you need to have a certain level of awoken or awakened champions. So in the early stages here, it's like up to 5, or need at least 5 stars to be able to get it done. So, but these are skippable. Any of the stages are skippable, but you do get some, can't see it on my screen right now, but you do get some quite nice rewards from the awakened stuff. And you're kind of like plotting your route around the map. So from what we saw in the video that got released from Raid, some of the double bosses or There's bosses on like roadways sometimes. They will hold keys, and basically you need to get 3 keys before you can get in and have a go at Amius for that month. And you can take on normal and hard at your leisure. Each of these different areas will have a drop as well. And then there's also a chance to get these different candles, which I don't see because mine's auto completed. I don't see exactly where they dropped from. But basically, oh yeah, I do, sorry. The candles are dropped from the quests, and obviously these are all pre-done for me. So for this particular set of normal quests, it was clear stages, clear of the awakened stages, and then defeat Amius. And you've been able to pick up all of these different candles. So this is like a month's worth of candles here. If I collect all those up, it would give me a chest. This is on normal right now. It will give me a chest with some rewards in it. So glyphs, chickens, and stuff. And then obviously it goes again. So next month I'll be able to go again. You can see the rewards in here. And it looks like it's just like almost like a loot table. You get some random rewards from that loot table. So this is the loot chests from normal. And then the loot chest from hard is more of a path. So this is like guaranteed stuff rather than random. You're basically like moving on. Quite a chunk of energy, some good chickens, barrel, legendary tome in there. Feels a bit similar to like if you were pushing your faction wars, yeah? Void shards, sacred shard in there, mythical tome. And then eventually you pick up Carnage, who's obviously looking like it's going to be pretty cool, but we've not play tested yet. So I will say, like Carnage, we was going through the ratings for him. He is kind of like a straight out and out damage dealer. Doesn't bring any debuffs for like bosses. So we're struggling to think that he's going to be that great outside of the arena, other than like carrying you through waves, or maybe his second form might end up being able to do a ton of damage once you get debuffs on an enemy. So that could be quite interesting if he smacks real hard. But because he doesn't bring debuffs other than like the block passive skills and block active skills, which are champion debuffs, they don't go onto bosses, we're not sure really whether he's going to give a lot of value against bosses or not. We're going to see. We'll see once we tested him, but just a bit of a watch out. Once you've collected him, which is going to take a good couple of cycles. In fact, let's have a quick look. How many can we get in cycle 1? So this is completing all of the first month's worth of candles. Won't be able to get more than that. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Keep it going. So yeah, I think it's 100, right? So it's going to be 5 months worth of full completion before anybody picks up Carnage. So we've got 5 months of time before Carnage enters the game, unless they do any other way of getting these candles, which I don't think there is. Which I mean, that's okay. You know, this is not meant to be 5-minute content, and that's what, that's what we want, really. We want content that's going to keep us interested for a while. So I actually don't mind that. I think that's okay. But once you do that, they then open up the chests for souls for him. So once you've got him, you'll then be able to get like possible rewards. So you get one-time rewards, which are his souls, and you get the kind of like cursed chests, which drop after, similar to what you get in normal, with a random few items out of this loot table, which is honestly a very high-end loot table in terms of stuff. So all of the reward side of things, I think, makes some sense. We saw in the video as well that the rewards per stage make some sense. So all of that feels pretty damn good. And then obviously you've got, let's go to some of the harder stuff. So I think Soul Cross is the harder area, like level 200, level 300 here for this dude. 300. Just trying to like grab some of the higher level. Yeah, this is probably about as bad as it gets. So you get awakened stage for the real hard area. You need 20 stars, which is a lot of 5 champs. Average of 4 stars per champ. And not only that, but you've also got restrictions. So they need to be void or magic affinity, HP or support. And then it's epic upwards. So, that's pretty tough for a roster to do. Yeah, I mean, I can do it. Luckily, I can do it. But there'll be plenty of people that would never be able to do this. This is as hard as it gets. And as I said, you can ignore. You can ignore some of these awakened stages, but you will then miss out on some of the candles. So it is going to be in your interest to try and do it. level 300 finite. So this is hard finite, this dude. Yeah. Level 300 hard finite. And the conditions here are, well, we've got 3 factions that can do it. So we know how difficult hard finite is anyway. He's level 300. Let's see what that looks like compared to actual finite hard. So, I don't know. Level 350. We'll have to look at the stats when it drops in game. That's saying he's like of the stats of a stage 21, 22 boss. I don't know if it translates that way or not. I guess we will find out as soon as we kind of get cooking. But having only a few factions available to do that, you know, if you don't have a Cardiel, for example, then this becomes way harder. We're not going to have the big kind of like group of ally attack champions up for grabs. We're not going to have Newt up for grabs for this one. So there's going to be stages which are very tough. And maybe that's what I'll focus some content on for the first month. You know, if that's what you guys would like to see. I'd imagine some of the duo bosses are going to be a lot of fun and very different to fight. And then obviously we've got Amius as well. We're going to need to be working out, sussing out how to get him done. But, yeah, I feel like they've done... This feels good. This feels like it's going to be like progressing through Doom Tower for the first time. The only difference being we know of the bosses, but, you know, even if we know of a boss, taking on 2 completely different sets of mechanics at the same time is no joke when you've got restrictions on the heroes you're able to use. So it's going to be no joke to beat hard and to, you know, complete this map. By the way, this does feel like a kind of like tabletop. You can see this might even be Amius's artifacts, is it? Around the outside, potentially. Is it Amius's table? You can kind of see. Good job, actually. I love the visual of this map. Super cool. And they do have a ranking system in here as well. I think it's going to be similar to what they've done with Raid. So turns taken, take stuff on. I don't know if anyone would be doing this stuff yet, but obviously some of the guys in the test server are already taking some stuff down. So yeah, it's there's definitely some cool stuff in here. I think it's going to be a good kind of experience. I think it's going to be a tough experience for a lot of players. But yeah, I guess let's try it out and see what we think. So look, there you go. First look of stuff. I guess let me know in comments down below. What do you want to see? Do you want to see normal? Do you want to see hard? Do you want to see the duo bosses? Do you want to see me just do it as if it was my account, going day 1 through to 100? Like, you know, let me know. What do you want to see me compete against and how? And I'll do my best to kind of deliver on that. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades on the test server. I'll see you soon.